This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Unette Gentry. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson. This segment of the news is brought to you by Silver State Health, bringing quality medical and psychiatric care to Pahrump. Call 775-505-1214 for an appointment.
Welcome to News 25. It's Thursday, January 21st. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Unette Gentry. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, Nye County law enforcement escorted another person this afternoon in a motorcade throughout the Las Vegas Valley after succumbing to COVID. Nye County District Attorney Chris Arabia is announcing the death of his Deputy District Attorney, Don Cherez. Cherez has died of COVID-related complications. Arabia says our hearts, thoughts, and prayers go out to his family. He was a beloved figure around the courthouse, and he will miss him. Arabia adds that Don joined the District Attorney's office in March of 2019. Prior to that, he was a private practitioner specializing in criminal defense and immigration law, a prosecutor in both Clark and Washoe counties, and a Las Vegas District Court judge. The district attorney adds that Cherez was a genuinely nice man who always brightened up people's days. He was also a very sharp attorney. Today, the Nye County Sheriff's Office and several Southern Nevada agencies escorted the county deputy district attorney, Don Cherez, from the hospital in Las Vegas where he passed away to the mortuary. The district attorney tells News 25 that this is a significant blow to our local law enforcement community after losing Gerald Bear Smith just days ago to COVID.
And in other local news, a broken vehicle window and a missing dog lead to an arrest.
On January 18th at 1 p.m., deputies were dispatched to Burger King on Highway 160 at the request of Nye County Animal Control. The animal control officer told dispatch that someone had broken out a window of a vehicle, removed a dog from the vehicle, and then took the dog to the Nye County Animal Shelter. When deputies arrived, they made contact with the owner of the dog and vehicle. She stated that she went into the grocery store for about 30 minutes, and when she came out, she found her window broken and her dog missing. The animal control officer, who was still on scene, confirmed that it was not too hot for the dog to be in the vehicle and that the dog was not in any danger inside the vehicle. The animal control officer was able to locate the victim's dog at the animal shelter, and officers were able to identify the suspect who turned in the victim's dog as Nicholas Bitzer. Officers contacted Bitzer at his residence. When asked what had happened, Bitzer stated that someone else had broken the window of the vehicle and that he had taken the dog out of the vehicle, then took it to the shelter. Bitzer was asked if he knew who broke the window. He said he did not know because he unlawfully entered the victim's vehicle with the intent to commit larceny by removing the victim's dog from the vehicle without consent. Bitzer was arrested for burglary of a motor vehicle.
Thanks so much to Brad for that report. Well, Scott Lewis, Director of Emergency Management, updated the Board of County Commissioners yesterday on where the county stands with COVID immunizations. The state has changed the playbook to include those that are 70 and older to begin receiving the vaccine. Lewis detailed the challenges of receiving and dispersing the vaccine among the groups approved to receive them at this time and the need for more doses.
We had 180 vaccinations that were available to us yesterday. We held a pod, and out of that pod, we exhausted or vaccinated an entire 180 through a systematic approach that included 72% were 70 and above, 17% were Nye County School District, which is still under that Tier 2 essential group, if you recall, and then the 11% remainder was for those that had changed their mind, who were emergency responders, healthcare providers who now wanted to be vaccinated. So when you add all that up, that was 100% of 180 vaccines, which is not a great deal of vaccines to be made available to us. Once we reach that point, the pod obviously closes. Working with the state yesterday, we have placed an order for additional vaccines coming in for next week. None of us at this point know what that number is going to look like. The state doesn't know what they're going to be receiving from our federal partners, and we don't know what the allocation is going to look like at our level from the state. The vaccinations have to be ordered every Tuesday by end of day. they don't tell us right away when we'll actually receive that allotment. It could be later this week, it could be beginning of next. So in many cases, we have pods planned, but we have to kind of go into a rapid response to those pods in order to get the messaging out that these pods are going to occur. We have the vaccine and the vaccinators available to us. To communicate that effectively, we have engaged in different groups. So the pharmacy board specifically is going to receive small allotments as well. People who utilize Walgreens, Smith's, CVS, Walmart, Raley's, they can contact their pharmacy and see if they have received an allotment and if they can make an appointment. For those that are 70 and above in Nye County, they can also go on nyecounty.net, fill out the questionnaire saying they're interested in receiving the vaccine, and they are placed on a list. From that list, we will then extract people for those particular areas. Running parallel to that is the tier requirements that are still in place. So all those agriculture, the essential businesses, school district, mortuaries, all those folks that we've talked about historically also have to be vaccinated during that same time. So it's a balance between the amount of vaccine available to us, the assembly of the pods, getting the vaccinators, and then having the appropriate places to be vaccinated. And that's the balance in itself. Thus far, it's been going well, but we want to get additional vaccines to get additional people vaccinated.
Well, if you are interested in receiving the vaccine, you can go to nyecounty.net and fill out the survey. This is the best way to let providers know how many vaccines are needed and to notify you when your group is approved to be vaccinated. They also have a phone number to call in now, and if you would like to call that number, it is 775-751-6313. That's 775-751-6313, and that's to show your interest in getting vaccinated. Also, if you're having questions about the vaccine, you can either go to nyecounty.net, and of course, you can call that same number, 775-751-6313. There is on nyecounty.net a county COVID update, and you can find out more information just on that link right there.
And we're telling you about President Biden's actions on his first full day in office and more national and financial news when KPVM returns right after this break.
25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. This segment of the news is brought to you by P&P Property Management. Knowledge, experience, communication, and trust. Call Cynthia at 775-727-4444.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, President Biden takes action to block construction of the Keystone Pipeline. Rising lumber and labor costs are making new homes more expensive, and Morgan Stanley reports a surge in profits.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Here are the stories making business news headlines. President Biden is cracking down on fossil fuels in his first days in the White House. The president has blocked the permit that is needed to finish the Keystone XL pipeline. The $8 billion pipeline would carry oil sands crude from Canada to the U.S. Gulf Coast. Oil industry groups are criticizing that move. The TC Energy company building the pipeline expects to take a financial hit with the project suspended. Home builders are pounding out a lot of business as Americans want larger new homes. However, the cost of building those homes is getting pricey due to soaring lumber futures and labor shortages. Morgan Stanley's profits surged in the fourth quarter 48%. The Wall Street Bank is benefiting from record highs in the stock market. Morgan Stanley posted a profit of $3.3 billion.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
Thanks so much, Angela. Well, let's go to Dr. Lewis from Spring Mountain Medical with your Medical Minute.
This Medical Minute is brought to you by Spring Mountain Medical, healthcare the way you've always imagined it.
Hi, I'm David Lewis, DC, a chiropractic physician here at Spring Mountain Medical. Along with being a chiropractor, I also hold a Bachelor's of Science in Medical Imaging and am dual certified with the American Registry for Diagnostic Medical Sonography. Today, I want to introduce our new state-of-the-art ultrasound services on site here at our facility. We are able to view blood vessels in the neck and lower extremities to identify sources of plaque or blood clots. We can also see all your major organs such as your liver, kidneys, spleen, bladder, prostate, or ovaries. This month is Thyroid Awareness, which means you can come to our facility and we can palpate your neck to identify possible nodules that may not show up in lab results. Ultrasound is a form of non-ionizing radiation which is not harmful to your body. Come visit us today to explore all our facility has to offer. My name is Dr. David Lewis, and this has been a Medical Minute brought to you by Spring Mountain Medical.
And there's a new option for washing your car in Pahrump if you have a slightly dirty one like me. Express Detail and Auto Spa is celebrating its grand opening this weekend, and they offer a wide variety of services to keep your vehicle looking shiny and like new. And there are also some grand opening specials you might be interested in too.
We do ceramic coating. We also offer 4 levels of service. There's a half level, that's like your quickie. And then we have the level 3, which is all the bells and whistles. We also offer paint correction and headlight restoration, clay bar treatment, so it gets rid of the corrosion and buildup on your paint. And usually we'll do a ceramic coating after that, and it's kind of like a glass coating. The water beads off and it repels dirt and anything like that.
It offers like 6 months protection for your vehicle.
It repels that dust and buildup that you get from water spots, the dirt, oil, anything that might stick to your car.
The clay bar treatment will take care of all those little spots in the pine sap that you can get on your car. The clay bar will take care of all of that. We offer shuttle service if you want to go do your shopping while you're getting your car cleaned. I can drop you off at Walmart, or I can drop you off at home, anywhere you want.
Saturday we'll be offering hot dogs and drinks from 11 to 1. I think we're going to come in around 10 and maybe leave about 3, do a couple of details, set some appointments up for the next week, and we're offering 15% off.
And we also we always offer a military discount and first responders discount.
Teachers as well. It's not on
there.
Yeah, it's not on here, but we also offer teachers.
And 10% on Thursday for seniors.
Well, Express Detail and Auto Spa is located at 980 Pahrump Valley Boulevard, which is just south of Highway 372. And you can learn more about their services on Facebook at Express Detail and Auto Spa. And stay tuned. We'll be right back with much more local news.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by Canyon Ridge Periodontics. Give them a call at 702-966-0302.
Welcome back. Well, when the pandemic changed the production of the Producer's Choice Awards, Pahrump stepped up to the plate. The award show filled hotel rooms in the community and brought many talented people from the film, art, and music and entertainment industries here as well. Rodica Isabella and Ron Whitaker are known for their community service as well as their work behind the camera. They won awards for both at the show. News 25 spoke to Sheldon and Whitaker on the red carpet, as well as J.J. Stomp, whose movie In Three Dragons was produced by the pair.
Tonight we got an outstanding award for producing a movie, and we're very honored to be here, and we want to thank you, Producer Choice Honor, to do this amazing award show, especially in this time, and we really appreciate it.
These two are my executive producers for In Three Dragons movie. I want to say thank you to Producer's Choice Awards and Hollywood Famous Awards for giving them an amazing award for tonight. And I think this is going to be an awesome for both of you.
Yes.
And thank you, Mr. Alberman.
Well, it's not really about the work, it's about giving back. Because if you are a musician or if you're making movies, if you can incorporate giving back with that, we've been doing it now for 45 years, and we help the homeless, the Deaf Association, the Blind Association, and we do whatever we can to help. And we're just proud to be part of J.J. Stump's family. He brought us into his family, and we're going to continue doing charity work with his movies too. So we just love giving back.
They can go to Facebooks or online, and or can go to intuidragon.com, and we got a few movies coming out on 2021. So.
Well, there's some good news when it comes to bariatric surgery and COVID-19. A recent Cleveland Clinic study shows that those who've had weight loss surgery are less likely to be hospitalized for the virus.
It was surprising because that was the first time that we could show that the significant weight loss can be protective to this extent in patients with this severe viral infection.
Dr. Ali Aminian is a bariatric surgeon and lead researcher for the study. He says they examined more than 4,300 patients with COVID-19 between March and July of 2020. Their goal was to see how the virus impacted those with severe obesity compared to those who previously had bariatric surgery. Results revealed patients who were severely obese had higher hospitalization rates.
We found that in patients with severe obesity, 42% of them required hospital admission versus only 18% of patients who had history of bariatric surgery.
Dr. Aminian says people are generally healthier after losing a large amount of excess weight, which gives them a better chance at fighting the virus.
Well, we all want to protect our computers and the data on them, and that requires a bit of due diligence. Josh Osborne from Great Computer Deals talks about the top 3 enemies of your computer.
Hi, it's Josh with Pahrumph's own Great Computer Deals. Let's get right into it. It's time for another quick tutorial. Josh's brutal truth. The top 3 enemies of your computer. Scammers. They're out there, folks, and they are showing themselves by phone or pop up on your computer screen. Just say no and never let anyone remote into your PC, no matter what they say. Junk programs. There's tons of software out there, but very little of it is actually worth having. Stop downloading browser plugins, junkware, and other bloatware programs. You're not helping yourself. Sketchy websites. It only takes one bad website to totally screw up your computer. Be careful with websites that you don't know and trust. The promise of a free movie download is not worth the risk. Why trust a technician when you can trust a friend? Great Computer Deals is located at 1190 East Highway 372. Call us at 775-990-8833.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler on location for KPVM Channel 25. We're here at the Bob Roode Community Center. Look at this nice mural. Doesn't Bob look happy? Bob's enjoying the weather. We're all enjoying the weather out here at Petrick Park. I like this mural. I like public art, and the tourism board is considering putting a bunch more murals up all over town to kind of promote tourism. If it looks like this, I'm all for it. Absolutely. Hey, this is beautiful weather. We're going to enjoy it while we can. We got some scary stuff coming up this week. We'll tell you all about it when we return.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. How are you today on Andrew Stonewall Jackson's birthday? Doing pretty good? All right, pull out that wallet, reach into that 20 and look at it and go, yeah, happy birthday, guy. That's how you do that. Hey, up in Fernley, 53 degrees today was your high, 28 for a low. Out in Fallon, also 53, 27 for a low. You achieved a little extra degree of cool over Fernley. How about you? Carson City, 55 degrees was your high today, 29 for a low. Out in Tonopah, it was 51. And 25 will be your low as we approach the morning. Goldfield, 52 degrees was your high today. 23 for a low. Out in Beatty, Garden the Gateway, 61 degrees. And all the way down to 35 tonight. Watch out, it's going to get a little chilly. Put on a sweater. Amargosa, 64 degrees was your high today. 40 for a low. Out in Las Vegas, you achieved room temperature. Hey, 65 degrees, very nice. Compressors not working too hard on the AC tonight, are they? No. All the way down to 45 for a low. And in Death Valley, 73 degrees was your high today. High mark in the state and 48 for the low. Here in the Paradise of Pahrump, where the air is pure and the grass is green, it's 60 degrees currently. 64 for a high, was today, and southeasterly south winds to 7 miles per hour. A lot of humidity today, 36%, a lot of clouds. What's it building to? We'll find out here in a second. Sun rose this morning at 6:51 a.m. Set this evening just before broadcast at 4:59, and here comes the winds. Look at this, east-southeasterly winds to 13 miles per hour as the humidity increases greatly, 48%, and coming up tomorrow, boom, there it is. Rain clouds. Oh, and look at that wind, 20 miles per hour. That's your average wind speed. You will actually see some big gusts. So we all get a free car wash tomorrow. And then Saturday and Sunday, we can dry off a little bit. Clouds return, but the winds die down, and the temperature drops about 10 degrees this weekend. We're going to be seeing the low 50s and even down into the mid 40s as we approach the rest of the week. Rain, they're predicting, and lots of wind Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Big winds on Thursday. It's going to be kind of a mess out there. So a good time to get your rain slickers out and enjoy some duck weather. What do you think? That's your weather report. Back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
Thanks so much, John. And we want to say, we saw Josh Osborne there from Great Computer Deals. And
Special day for someone.
Yeah, there is. His daughter, Kaylee, turned 18 today. Happy birthday,
Happy
Kaylee.
birthday.
That's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Unette Gentry. And from all of us here at KPVM and Ace Country Radio, thanks so much for tuning in. And we will see you all next newscast.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.